Well, first of a whole bunch of standards on well, maybe not a whole bunch of standards, but first of, well, a slew of standards on WSGN's survey on their playlist September 30th, 1966. Don't Walk Away, Renee by the Left Bank. This is one very powerful tune. And looking at this video, I just cannot get over just how young these guys were. They were almost kids when they had this huge hit. It must have been really something to them. Don't Walk Away, Renee by the Left Bank, Michael Brown. Now, there's two stories about the origin of this song. I don't like the second one I'm going to tell you about later on, but I really love. Well, actually, I'll tell you the second version first, and then the one that I really like, I'll tell you the first version in a minute. The second version of this song, how this song came about, it was written by Michael Brown along with two members of the group. One of them, his name was Tony Sanson. Now, Tony Sanson, he claims that he wrote the lyrics to the record, and he chose the name Renee at random because the Beatles had a hit with a girl's name, Michelle, which was a French-sounding name. Thus, he picked Renee because it had a similar sound, and, well, they had the hit record with it. But this is the version I really like. Michael Brown, the keyboard player. The second version, this other version, Michael Brown, the keyboard player, wrote the lyrics to it. And he was inspired by a girl named, her name, oh my God, he was smitten with this girl. Her name was Renee Fladen Cam. Renee Fladen Cam. She hung out with a band for a couple of months. Maybe it was a couple of weeks. But that was enough for Michael Brown. He fell in love with her. He was nuts about her. Renee Flagen Cam was described as a free-spirited woman, a lovely blonde. How's that for a muse? He wrote 3 songs about her. Well, he wrote several songs about her. 2 of them come to mind. The biggest hit, Don't Walk Away, Renee, and also, does anybody remember The Pretty Ballerina? That was probably even more powerful than Don't Walk Away, Renee. He wrote The Pretty Ballerina, Michael Brown did, about Renee Flagen Cam. She later became a vocal coach and an artist in her own right on the West Coast, and a singer as well, specializing in singing medieval songs or medieval music. Renee Flagen Cam, but that was years later. We're in 1966 now. There's something else I want to mention about this record. Oh gosh, yeah. Now, according to Michael Brown, Renee Flagen, she was in the control room when he was recording this song. She was standing there watching him recording Don't Walk Away, Renee. Now, you're 16 years old. You're recording this song about a girl you're crazy about. She's watching you. His hands were shaking so bad. He was so nervous. He called it off. He called off the recording session because she was watching. She was there. But later on, he came back to the recording studio and cut the record. So here it is. I love it. Renee Flagen. I knew a free-spirited blonde years ago. I guess it does kind of remind me of Renee Flagen. I kind of relate to Michael Brown. Here's 16-year-old Michael Brown in the left bank, but Don't Walk Away, Renee.